first 6 months of 2026 is done, and my total cash dividend earning as of June 30, 2026 is 119,707. Compare this to my earnings of the same period last year, June 30, 2025, of only 79,540 or 80,000. This is a 51% increase in dividend income comparing the two periods. But you'll notice that last year, I had a paper gain of 319,000. Compare that to this year that I had a paper loss 40,000. January was actually pretty good for me. I had 104,000 paper gain with 9,000 in dividend, and then it went up to 146, 10,000 in dividend. And then March, this entire thing, the 146,000 basically got wiped out, and I got negative 26,000 in March because of what had happened in the Middle East. And then that continued to negative 24,000 in April, and I think my worst month was this, negative 81,000. So the negative 40,000 this month or last June was actually better compared to May. But what you'd probably notice is the dividend income has been increasing. 9,000, 10,000, 25,000. It just continues to increase. 81,000, and it closed to 120,000 for June. So the PSE actually started pretty good. Then it crashed when the Middle East crisis happened, and now has started to move up. While the market was going down and there was a lot of fear in all the markets, not just PSE, I continued to purchase new companies or buying more stocks from my existing portfolio. So you see here, in January, I deposited 65,000. In February, 110,000. In March, 78,000. 124 in April, another 30,000 in May, and then 79,000 in June, totaling to an investment of 487,000 for the first 6 months of the year. Comparing that to same period last year, which I've only invested 240,000, that is 2 times the amount of the investment. So while everyone was scared of what's going on in the market, I've continued to invest, and so far, now that the market is slowly recovering, it is also showing good results in my current portfolio. Even if it's negative 81,000 in the paper gain, because of my dividend investment or dividend income, by year to date, just flat. If the market is overall going down and I have like a flat return, that's pretty good. And now it's up to 2.14%. If crude oil will continue to go down, now it's down to $69 per barrel, the PSE will continue to go up, and my investment will just continue to move up from here. I also check if my stocks actually paid more in dividend this year versus last year, and I just played it stock 1, stock 2, so I don't want to accidentally recommend stocks to any of the viewers of this video. Some of those stocks did actually increase their dividend. So this particular stock gave out 22% more compared to last year. This one 10%. I think the biggest one is this one, 26%. But unfortunately, because of what had happened in the market, there are also some companies that reduce their dividend payout. So I got a negative 34 for this stock, negative 25, and the biggest one is this, negative 47. So when I average this out, it's just flat at 87. So where did my additional dividend came from? So that would have come from still the additional investment. There are stocks that I've purchased at second half of 2025 which didn't give out dividend yet, but they did give out dividend this year. So this company gave 2026 this amount, didn't have a record for last year on this one. Totaling this, how many stock is this? 10 stock, it's 53,000. So overall, what I'm saying is, my continued investment while the market was going down, while everyone was scared of what's going on, it helped my portfolio flatten for those months that is down. And now that the market is slowly covering, it's also slowly increasing the value of my portfolio, which is expected. I don't mind what's going on in the market as long as I can find companies that are still earning, companies that are still giving dividends. I know that my portfolio will grow. The PSE, this only records the top 30 companies. There are a lot of good companies outside the PSEi that are still earning, that are not being tracked by the index. And those are the companies that I am buying or adding additional shares to. And as their business continue to grow, continue to earn, they continue to give out additional dividend. If I could summarize like probably the lesson I've learned in all of this is that just continue to invest. Focus my investment in dividends in the stock market, the Philippine stock market, then it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter what's happening here. Historically, the first 6 months is my strongest month for dividend. We still have the next 6 months. There are some months that are good in paying dividends, but there are also some months that are not. The first 6 months is my strongest. Let's just see. I am poised to hit 18,000 in monthly dividend average by the end of December, if this continues and if my projection is correct.
If you want to know how I pick up stocks, how I decide what companies to buy, and my overall strategy, you can watch this video right here, and it breaks down all my strategies.